Why do we insulate our houses? So I have to say this isn't a question that we get asked a lot, because most people have already thought about that by the time they come to us. But for me, there's various points about why we insulate and why we actually really need to insulate. Yes, you've got the sort of altruistic side about reducing our carbon emissions, trying to limit our impact on the environment, but there tends to be a fair bit of impact to the way that we live these days, in that we spend an awful lot of time indoors. The indoor environment is really, really critical to our health, our well-being. And I think it's really underappreciated that the quality of that environment is very important, but how we actually create that quality environment, and insulation is one way of doing it. What do you think?
Yeah, so there's the obvious improvements to energy efficiency, running costs of the building, but also not only do we spend much more time now indoors, but the way in which we use indoor spaces has changed. We have much more production of moisture in the internal spaces.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if you've got existing, historic fabrics that never historically had that moisture load, you need to think about how that's properly managed. One incredibly important way is obviously to ventilate the space properly, but actually you can significantly reduce burden of surface condensate and moisture risk by introducing some insulation to raise the surface temperature of the wall and resist condensate forming on colder surfaces. And there's a significant impact to perception of comfort with that as well.
Yeah, and obviously cold surfaces are surfaces that tend to be very high humidity, which is where molds and bacteria grow. They release spores into the air, and that's one of the reasons that there just seems to be so much in the way of allergies, things like asthma and other related things. So yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about why we should insulate.